Hey guys, another edition of Chaos Talk. Today we got one of our favorite people in the whole world, the softball world. We got Tia Milloy stopping by. Tia, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. We're excited that you did this. Everyone out there, Tia is actually a commit for Oklahoma Sooners softball. So very, very soon she'll be playing next season. We've already watched plenty of her games. Zane and I have interviewed her, but the coaches and I and the players have some questions for Tia. I'm going to hand it over first to the head coach, Coach Denny. Take it away, Denny.
Hey, we want to say thank you from the whole team and from our coaching staff. Thank you for taking the time to, get on here and chat with our girls, chat with us, answer questions, and especially for checking out the game. That was awesome. The girls were really stoked about that, so we appreciate it. I guess what we do is we'll bounce from dugout from my group to another group. But I'll start with my question for you. I know you're going to Oklahoma, and I know that's a very prestigious program, of course, number one in the nation. What drew you out of all the schools? I'm sure you got heavily recruited. What made you want to go there other than them being Oklahoma? Was there one thing, a coach, what was it that drew you to that program?
Yeah, the one thing for me, family means everything. So I knew that moving far away, I did want to move. I wanted to try something new, just get away from home. Even though I love it here, I just wanted to try something new. Family means everything to me, and I definitely wanted to feel safe and feel like I'm in the hands of people who care about me and my mental health and my physical health. And Coach Gasso, Coach JT, Coach Rocha, and the rest of the coaching staff, and also like the teammates. They also made me feel very, very safe. And I feel like if I was ever going through a rough moment in Norman, I would have an amazing support system. So that was probably the biggest thing that drew me to them. Obviously, I like to win. Like everyone likes to win. But I think that, I think I would have a really good support system there. And I'm just really excited to be around those people.
Facts. I love it.
All right. My name's Trinity. I usually play like middle infield. And my question is, what was your reaction when you realized like you were recruited by OU?
Man, to be honest, I didn't really think that I was on their radar. I mean, like self-doubt is like really, really easy in a game like softball. No matter how many letters they would send me, or just any school, not just OU, how many letters they would send or how many games they would come and be like, oh, it's not for me, it's for someone else and stuff like that. So really the moment where I realized, I was on my official visit and I was having my meeting with Coach Gasso, and I was just crying. She was like complimenting me, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was really overwhelming. Honestly, I'm a big crybaby, so I was just trying not to cry in front of like the Patty Gasso, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I think that in that moment, I was like, I just need to give myself grace. I need to just appreciate all the work that I've done and all the dedication that I've put into the sport, because right now it's paying off. So that was probably like the moment where I was just like, just give yourself some credit.
Great question. Nice job, Trinity.
My name's Abby. I play third base. And my question is, what's your favorite position?
Ooh, I can honestly, I can play anywhere. I really like middle infield though.
I didn't know that, Tia. That's good to know. I did not know that about you. It's cool.
Yeah.
Good question, Abby.
My name is Tatum, and I play second. And my question is, was OU the only team that you wanted to get recruited on?
Going into the first, I did not like narrow down my options at all. I talked to every single coach that called me. I really wanted to show like reciprocated interest when they had called me. They had taken time out of their day, out of the first, and also in the summer when they came to my games. So I talked to every single coach that called me, made sure they knew that I was really appreciative of their time. I only did go on to 2 visits. I decided I was kind of done with the recruiting process and I wanted to find a home and be done. But for other girls, they took a lot more visits. But no, I did not like narrow down. I had a whole list of schools that I would want to go to, but I also did not turn away from any other options.
Good question, Tatum. Thank you, Tia. You're so awesome. Next group is going to be Stevie, Coach Stevie and his squad. Coach, if you want to take it away for a minute.
Hey, Tia. So thank you for being on here. Like Denny said, the whole team appreciates it. So I guess my question is what is your favorite drill to do during practice?
Defense or offense wise?
Defense.
I just like regular fungos. I think a lot of drills are good when you have like all those cones and everything, but honestly, I just like to do like double plays, just regular fungos. I don't know. I think I like when it's like kind of rushed a little bit and you have like two hitters going when you're throwing the bases and stuff like that. That's just my favorite. I just like taking ground balls.
You hear that, girls?
That's definitely not a lot of my favorite.
My name is Riley. I'm a pitcher. And my question is, what do you do when you're down in a game and how do you bring yourself back?
Oh, I think that when you're down, that's like the best time to be a really great teammate, because if your energy is up, but like everyone else's is down, that's not gonna work. Like you have to have everyone that's on board with you guys trying to come back and trying to fight. So I think that starting cheers in the dugout, maybe like picking your teammates up if they struck out or something bad happened to them. I think that you just need to be talking. But also when you're down, I think it's really easy to press and to do too much. And that's something that I've really worked on like mentally the last couple of years, is when I'm put into like important situations, I have to take a step back. I have to breathe. It's important to breathe, guys. I have to breathe, and I have to make sure that I'm just trusting myself, my abilities, and the work that I've put in, and just realize that I was put into that situation for a reason, and I can be the game winner. I can cheer my team on so that they can be the game winner. So just stuff like that, just being positive. It's really hard to get negative when you're down, but there's always a way that you can come back. We've seen some crazy comeback games, and it's always possible.
Great question, Riley. Thank you, Tia.
Me?
Mhm.
Oh, hi, Emerson. And what do you look for in a teammate?
In a teammate,
Yeah.
really just someone who like has the same mindset as me. Like me personally, I want to win. So I want to get on a team that is full of people who want to win and are going to do the work. I'm going to put in the hours that's needed. My travel ball team is based out of Oregon. I don't live in Oregon. I live in Washington. So we're from all around the country. So we have some girls from Minnesota, California, Washington, Oregon. So we don't practice as much as the other teams, but we expect for each other to put in the work. We all know that each other has our own like hitting lessons. We all work out by our own or by ourselves and stuff like that. So really just trusting your teammates to put in the work. Also expecting a good attitude and winning mindset is something that I look forward to.
Good question.
Okay, I'm Kennedy and I play center field. And what do you do before every play to refocus and stay?
Yeah, well, since I play middle infield, I'm usually like connecting with my outfield. I talk to every single person on the field, and I would definitely say I'm more of a vocal leader. Not everyone is a vocal leader, and that's okay. But I think that talking somehow to one of your teammates, it doesn't have to be the whole field, but at least one of them, or at least the pitcher, because pitching is hard, and they definitely do need constant encouragement. But I think that personally, I talk to every single person on the field. I'm always turning around. I'm making eye contact. I'm saying, I got you, to my corners, to my outfield, making sure that everyone knows where the ball is going, how many outs there is, and how we're going to execute on the next play.
Nice question, Kennedy. Thank you so much. That was a good one. So Tia, our last little group over here, it's good to catch up with you again. I'm glad you're doing well. Obviously, all these great things, final year of high school, going into, college ball soon. I'm curious, though, before you get done with high school, because you got one more year left, what's a lesson that you're learning right now this year in your current role before we even get into college? Maybe the last 12 months, what have you learned,
Well, I'm just coming off of an injury. I tore my labrum, so I didn't play all summer. And that was probably like the hardest thing for me. I just love softball, and that's all I wanted to do all last year. I was like, I'm so excited for travel ball. And it got taken away from me. But that really honestly just made me realize how much I love softball. What I would do, the things I would do to just get out there and play and to be with my teammates and to have that feeling of just putting on your cleats and going out there and warming up Hitting the ball, I like was dreaming of hitting the ball. I just love to hit. But I just really realized how much that I love it, and that means I need to work really hard to be great at it. And then the second thing that I was working on along with rehab is to stay disciplined, because college, obviously, my two sisters have played at college. My one at the University of Washington, my second one at the University of Tennessee and the USA national team. They have definitely given me a peek inside to what college ball is like. It's not always easy. People don't see a lot of the work that's going on behind the scenes. They only see what's going on in games and stuff like that. So really what they've told me has made me want to prepare a lot more beforehand, and not just starting to get into pretty like hard routines when I'm in college. So I've been trying to stay disciplined. I go to bed at a certain time. Like, I'm very consistent with my bedtime. I wake up, I do a workout before and after school. I hit like almost every single day. Just stuff like that. I have a water count. Like, I am eating really good. So just stuff like that. I've been trying to stay really disciplined because that's how bad I want it. And for some people, it's not for them. But I know that that's my goal and that's what I want. And I'm willing to put in all the work I can so that I can achieve my goal.
You said it perfectly, Tia, as always. Thank you, all of the girls listening to that piece. The bedtime, the water count, the eating, the hitting. Thank you so much for that. Final couple of questions for you. This is Delia.
My name is Delia. I play second in center field. And my question is, what motivates you the most to get back on the field after you mess up?
Oh, after I mess up? I think just like the fact that like I know that I can make the play probably. Like really just trusting my ability. I can be like, well, yeah, I just missed that one, but I want another one. Like, I want another one, and I can prove to myself and I can prove to everyone else that just watched me miss that ball or strike out or whatever. I can prove that I can do that. So really just like having that thought and just like trusting all the work that I put in and knowing who I am. Like I could be like, I want to give me another one. Like, I can do it, you know?
A great question. That's good. Thank you, Delia. A couple more. Let's go ahead.
I'm Paige. I play pitcher. What's like the hardest part of softball for you?
Man, the hardest part of softball for me, probably going through slumps. I mean, like, slumps are pretty common.
On the
cabinet. Slump going on. And it's really hard to get out of. It's really mental. Failure is really common in our sport. I just went through a slump like my last season. And really I had to rely on something else. Like, it was my hitting. I went through a hitting slump, and that's like what I do. I'm a hitter. So that was really hard for me because that's like my best part of my game. So while I was in that hitting slump, I had to work really hard to get out of that slump, but I also had to focus my attention on being great on defense. So not messing up on both sides of the field. But that's probably the hardest part for me. But just really relying on my teammates to get me out of that slump, my coaches, putting in extra time if that's what's happening. But yeah.
Solid question. Thank you. Great answer. So 2 more. Go ahead.
My name is Micah, and I'm a catcher. And what's your big inspiration? What's good?
Oh my gosh, my biggest inspiration is my 2 sisters. I just love my sisters, and I want to be like exactly like them. My one sister, like I said, played at the University of Washington. My other sister at the University of Tennessee right now, and the US national team. My sisters are like everything to me. I grew up at the ball field. And when I was little, I was traveling all around the country and watching them play, and I just couldn't wait until it was my turn to start traveling and stuff like that. But no, my sisters, they held me accountable every day, and they don't live here anymore. They're not in the house anymore, but when they were making sure that I was getting my work done, making sure that I was doing all the steps that it takes to get to their level, because obviously they've lived it, they're going through it at the moment. But just to be like them, they're really just the definition of a strong, independent woman. So that's just everything that I want to be.
Great question. Thank you, Tia. Final question.
My name is Presley. I'm a pitcher, and my question is, how would you get out of a hitting slump?
For me, I definitely just like put in a lot more work. Like, I had to go hit way more than I was hitting before. My hitting slumps personally are all mental. I'm thinking too much. I have to be a person that I'm very, very loose while I play. And some people are very, very focused well, I'm still focused, but I'm like really loose. Some people have to like not make jokes, like not dance during games, and that's not me. But usually when I'm in a hitting slump, I'm thinking way too much. My head is like racing, stuff like that. So first thing I have to do is clear my mind. I have to make sure that I'm breathing before I get in the box. I have to make sure that I'm staying consistent with my swing. One thing that I noticed that I was doing was like changing my stride for no reason, and no one told me to do that. So making sure that I'm going back, I'm watching film, I'm writing down things that I'm seeing, watching film, and then going to hit, and then like working on one thing that I saw that was I was probably doing wrong in my film, stuff like that. So yeah, hitting slumps, and then also I can bunt. So I'm not usually a bunter, but just to feel, just like to have the feeling of the bat touch the ball like good and have good contact, I was bunting and just trying to find a way to get on base, and then start slowly working back into hitting those line drives or home runs.
Solid. That's a good question. Thank you, Tia. Wow, all the wisdom. Like, we're making notes over here. I can see Coach Denny and Stevie just writing stuff down. So thank you. We always appreciate catching up with you. It's a pleasure. I know you're a very, very busy person. In closing, before we get these kids out there to apply what we learned from you today, kind of like we did open mic in the past, any maybe words of wisdom you want to give these girls? I know you sent to the game, but just any parting wisdom on their season ahead?
Yeah, I mean, just trust in your teammates, trust in yourself. Softball is really hard, and it's really easy to compare yourself to other people, but just make sure that you're valuing yourself and your all the work that you've put in. You can give grace to other people and be like, yeah, she's really good, but you can also be like, I'm good too, and I can beat her. This pitcher is throwing hard, I'm a good hitter, like stuff like that. So don't let the name, don't let stats or anything else around other players take away from what you can do. And that's one thing that I've been working on really hard. Definitely playing national wise, there's always a team that has like a D1 commit or like a top 50 ranked or whatever. Just letting all that stuff go, because honestly, when you get in the game, it's just you against her or you against the other team and stuff like that in that moment. So yeah, I think that just love the game, and the game will love you back.
Tia, we can't thank you enough. And you are so awesome, and you've inspired these girls. Again, you've inspired us grown folk too. We watch you every game. We love what you're doing. Can't wait to see this season, and of course at Oklahoma. We're all big Oklahoma fans. Denny or Coach Denny, anything closing for Tia before we get her back today?
No, we want to say thank you for taking the time out to speak with us. Everything you spoke about in that last part of that is something that I've been preaching hard this year about, being mentally tough and not worrying about the other team and just kind of focusing on what we need to do. So that worked in perfect what we're going to discuss today, actually, too, because we're looking to play an upper level tournament this next weekend. So we appreciate that. That worked out great for me, my speech. So thank you. We look forward to keeping track of you. And hopefully when you guys come up to Wichita and play Wichita State in softball, we'll get to maybe show up to that game and cheer you on a little bit there.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes. Tia, thank you. As always, we'll catch up soon. Can't wait to catch up. We'll be watching it. And thanks again for your time, and have a great rest of your fall ball, okay? We'll be in touch. Thanks, Tia. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.